The following presentation of this Channel 22 Sports Game of the Week is brought to you in part by a generous donation from the Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites, South Bay. The Holiday Inn Express is partnering with Channel 22 Sports to help promote our young people in sports competition and academics so that everyone in our community wins. The Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites. Stay smart. The following presentation of this Channel 22 Sports Game of the Week is brought to you in part by a generous donation from the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board is working together with Channel 22 Sports to promote an environment where everyone can maximize their career potential and so that all employers have the human resources they need to grow and prosper. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board. When you need us, we're there for you. Welcome to the Game of the Week on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television Channel 22 Sports, and it is a special event tonight because we're doing Pioneer League action, and that means the girls varsity and the boys varsity. A big doubleheader as the Cardinals have landed in the cave of the North Torrance High Saxons, and it is a dark one here as the Cardinals try to break their streak and get a win at 10-9 right now, 2-3, fourth in the Pioneer League, and 5-5 on the road as the starting lineups are about to be announced. And with us tonight, a very special guest and a last-minute guest as well. I want to thank him for hopping on over here as actually he ran all the way from Gardena here, and his shoes are still smoking. Mark Helmer, thank you very much. As now let's stand for our national anthem. Our national anthem, sung by one of the North High School song girls. A very interesting rendition of our national anthem as we're just about ready to get things underway inside of the gym at North High School. And Mark, this is going to be a very interesting contest against experience against the freshmen.
That's the big question. Is it going to be age or is it going to be beauty? The other thing I'm going to be interested to watch, Lou, is whether or not it turns into a track meet, because the top three steel leaders in the Pioneer League are all scheduled to be on the floor tonight, so it could be, instead of a basketball game, a track meet.
Well, let's hope that it's an entertaining game. I'm sure it will be, because we have some things personally here on the line on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television Channel 22. Let's go over the starting lineups for the visiting Lawndale Cardinals. The point guard will be number 23, Kishonda Moore, a 5'7" freshman. At the number 2 guard will be number 25, Jacelyn Cozy, and she is a 5'8" freshman. The 3 guard will be number 32, Jaya Kim, a 5'8" freshman. And number 4, Jalasia Stubbs, a 5'7" freshman. And getting her first start on the team and the varsity team. Number 44, Brittany Kronberger, a 6'2 freshman, will be at center. And the head coach is Greg Matthews, and 3 of those freshmen are in double figures. And he says it's a very interesting thing to have 5 freshmen starting. I would love to see more patience from these young ladies. Now for the North Torrance High Saxons. At the point guard, it'll be number 14, Caitlin Sakurai. Everything runs through her, a 5'2" junior, leading the team with 11.3 points a game. Also has 30 3-point shots. The next guard will be number 21, Bree Taba, a 5'6" senior. Number 23, Jenna Nakasu. She is a forward. Number 31, Alicia Mayamura. And at the center position, number 13, Amanda Elliott, a 6-foot senior. The Saxons are coached by Don Hendricks in his 4th year at the head table, at the head chair, in his 7th year overall, and his 11th as an instructor, an educator here at North Torrance High School. The Saxons are 13-8, 4-1 in the Pioneer League, good enough for 2nd place, and are 5-4 at home. The Cardinals 10-9 overall, 2-3 in the Pioneer, good enough for 4th place, and 5-5 on the road. Our officials are Joseph Smith and Gary Van Zant, and we're set to play basketball here at North High School. So starting off, we're going to see what's going to happen here. A good pregame presentation by the Saxons.
Well, the freshmen for Lawndale, they don't have a lot of experience. This is their first season in full battle, you might say, but they do have height. That's one thing they've got going in their favor. This is not a short team if you think they would be as freshman players, and they're going to match up size-wise pretty well. The score didn't match up too well when they met the earlier part of the season. It was the opener for the Pioneer League, and the one thing I noticed looking over the stats, Lou, of all of the league wins so far for North, the smallest margin of victory was against Lawndale, and that was 25 points.
Yikes.
They're a machine.
63-31 was the score of that game, and that was at Lawndale at their beautiful new facility. As I hope that you have a chance to go over and see it. Now, there is something interesting. The Cardinals score 52.2 points a game, and the Saxons score 51.2, but they only give up 51.9 points a game. As we're underway, as Brittany Kronberg fought down underneath with Amanda Elliott. That's going to be a really good battle down low, as it's a jump ball. Possession arrow points to the Cardinals, and we're underway here at Saxon Gym. Here come the Cardinals. Jason Kuzi has it as it goes out of bounds. It was blocked out of bounds from behind by Alicia Mayamura. There you see Jacelyn Cozy as Kronberg will inbound the ball. 25 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 7:46 left to go in the first quarter. No score, just underway, as Jacelyn Cozy, 13.4 points a game, leads the team. Also in rebounding, 4.7 rebounds and 2.7 assists per game, so she can get it done.
She's leading the league in 3 or 4 categories as well. It's just not on her own team, but throughout the Pioneer League. So, as the saying goes, she comes to play.
As the ball goes into Cozy, Cozy gets it over to Kim. Kim skips it over, almost is stolen away. It is stolen away by Elliott, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals. No turnover, 18 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Jalacia Stubbs, a 5'7" freshman, will inbound the ball and gets it way out front to Kim. Jaya Kim being guarded closely by Taba. And she's trying to get the ball back. Good pressure by the Saxons. Back over on the right side, lay it up and in is Stubbs for the first 2 points of the game. And it looked, Mark, like she was shoved from behind by Amanda Elliott.
Got away with that quick pass at the other end, off the rim.
As Elliott has it, puts it up, won't go down. Rebound is taken down by Cozy, and back comes the Cardinals with 7:05 left to go. As Greg Matthews, the coach of the Cardinals, was telling me before the game, Mark, that he wants patience from his Cardinals as they just turn the ball over to the Saxons with 6:55 left to go in the game. Here comes Mayamura underneath, and a left-handed layup is up and in by the Saxons, and Heather Robbins in the game.
Well, in just the first moment or two, the one thing you can say for Lawndale is they do not look like they're the least bit intimidated by playing the upperclassmen, so to speak.
As the inbound was stolen by the Saxons, Elliott made a miss, and there was a three-pointer that was missed as well. Cardinals break out. Pass underneath is stolen away. Stolen by Mayamura, and back come the Saxons. Actually, that was Taba with the ball. Now Taba gets it. Taba passes. A long shot for three is buried by Caitlin Sakurai. That makes it 5-2 in favor of the Saxons early on. 6 minutes left to go, and another turnover by the Cardinals. Here comes Taba. Taba with it, has the ball ripped out of her hands by Moore, goes out of bounds. It will be Saxon ball with 5:56 left in the first, and the Cardinals down by 3.
Sakurai looked like she shot that three-pointer from another area code. It was practically on the sidelines.
It's like the Crenshaw off-ramp, I think, on the 4:05. Now we have a scrum underneath, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow should be to the Saxons, and it is. So we have a slight injury down on the courts.
It looked like somebody fell on her and maybe pinched a wrist or an elbow or something like that.
Jacelyn Cozy, that would be awful to have her come sit down. Actually, she's probably going to have to come out of the ball game anyway after an injury. But boy, 3 quick turnovers by the Cardinals, but luckily, Mark, it really hasn't developed into anything for the Saxons.
No, it really hasn't. I mean, except for that three-point shot that we said was shot from West LA or someplace. So far, the freshmen, in essence, from Lawndale, and this is not the freshman team, this is the varsity, they're not backing down at all.
Well, when you have just the third year of a program, Greg Matthews is really building literally from the ground up, and coming into the ball game is Brittany Brights, and she is a good 6th person off the bench, averaging almost 3 points a game and just over 2 rebounds a game. So time will be back in with 5:53 left, as we'll keep an eye on Cozy to see if she'll be all right and be able to return. Taba has it, now gets it over to Sakurai. Drives, puts up a shot from the elbow, that won't go down. Rebound is tipped, it'll go to the Cardinals with 5:43 left to go. And boy, this is a great opportunity for the Cardinals to really get back in it and maybe take a lead.
Oh, she stepped on the baseline trying to inbound the ball.
And that's just a learning experience, is getting ready to come in as Charmaine Nelson.
That's the thing right here with it this close. If anything would kill the Cardinal, it would be the mental errors, and you would expect to have that from first-year varsity players.
Taba gets the inbound pass, now over to Mayamura. Mayamura way out front to Elliott. She's not going to shoot it from out there, we just found out, as Sakurai now throws it over. And the big 3-point shot by Taba won't go down. Sakurai has it after the rebound by Elliott. Here comes an NBA 3 by Taba. That's short. Rebound is taken by the Cardinals, but it's fumbled out of bounds by Brittany Bright, so it's still North ball. So again, just little mistakes here and there. Hopefully they won't add up into something big.
So far they've been able to get away with the small errors, but this is a team that has, and that is in North, that's only lost 1 league game by 5 points. And they're not going to let you do that for long.
Heather Robbins has it now way out front to Elliott. Elliott to Sakurai, dumps it down low, but nobody's home. It'll go out of bounds, and a turnover by the Saxons. It'll be Cardinals ball with 5:09 left, and the Cardinals trail 5-3. Just started things, our doubleheader here tonight. Thanks for joining us on Channel 22 Sports. As Stubbs gets it out front. Pass down underneath, down low to Bright. She puts it up and in. Brittany Bright comes in and puts a spark in the offense for Lawndale. It's 5-4. As the Saxons have it, Amanda Elliott, jump shot from in the lane. Doesn't get the sweet kiss. Now it's bounced out of bounds. I think there's a foul underneath. Somebody going over the top I believe it was Charmaine Nelson getting her first personal and first team foul. So a new 30-second clock for the Saxons, and Brittany Bright comes out of bounds. And Amanda Elliott just gets the ball away from Nelson. Taba with the big three-point shot. That won't go down, but Sakurai gets the rebound and gets it off to Mayamura. Mayamura gets it over to Robbins. Robbins, now baseline drive and good. Shot is good by Taba. She'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three. Foul is on Jaya Kim. Her first personal, second team foul. So count the bucket at 7-4. And Bree Taba goes to the line to shoot the and one. 62% from the free throw line. 8-4 in favor of North High School. Big pass is thrown and slapped away by Amanda Elliott. Another turnover. That's 5 unofficially by the Cardinals as Taba has it. Gets it out to Sakurai for a three. Boy, they just take it and shoot it and fire it.
This is what you got to watch out for. It can get away from you now.
11-4 is the score, and a timeout called by Greg Matthews. He is none too happy with his young Cardinals.
Well, the one thing that's very impressive so far as North is concerned, is the Saxon man-to-man defense. They're not giving any quarter at all, and that seems to be causing some problems for the Cardinals. It's very, very close coverage.
Well, they need to stay within themselves. I saw a couple of bad passes out there, and it's just a learning experience as you see the Saxons listening very intently to Don Hendricks. But it's a learning experience, and they're going to have to grow, and unfortunately, you got to go through the wade through the pain to get to the pleasure.
And they, of course, as we said at the top of the broadcast, they have kind of a score to settle if they can. The two teams met on January the 11th at Lawndale, and it was a 61-36 loss for the Cardinals. So 25 points has got to smart in terms of league play, but.
And right now, you just saw that it is the house of blues for the Cardinals as the ball is tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Cardinal ball. So good defense on the inbound by the Cardinals, and a turnover by North as they try to break that full court pressure. Here comes Kim. Kim has it, trying to look for some help, gets it in Stubbs. Stubbs with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, down 11-4. Now here comes Moore. Moore has it, puts it up and in. Nice drive by Kashonda Moore. And that makes it 11-6. Back down in a hurry as the Saxons wide open on the backdoor pass, and scoring is Heather Robbins with 4 points.
Boy, the Saxons are a quick team. Whoop.
Yep,
That's
got
not
caught
the kind
in
of
her
quick
fanny
you want to
pack.
be right there.
That's right. Kashonda Moore got caught in traffic and turned the ball over as it's 13-6. Coming into the ball game is Melissa Shintani. Out of the ball game is Amanda Elliott. So we talk about the fast getting faster as Melissa Shintani is 5'9". Elliott is 6 feet. She was the big person in the middle. Now the ball is down low. Bad pass is stolen by the Cardinals. Now it's full court pressure, and the possession arrow should favor the Cardinals as Charmaine Nelson was tied up by Heather Robbins.
The good news for these two teams is they both seem to come away with a lot of steals. The bad news for both of them is they both seem to commit quite a few turnovers. So a lot of change of possession. And
that pass went right through the wickets.
That's not going to work either.
As 3:24 left to go, 13-6. Out of the ball games is Robbins. In is Danielle Valparaiso. Caitlin Sakurai will inbound the ball for North as it's gotten right away to Nakasu. Over to Valparaiso. Valpo trying to get around Nelson does. Looks like she traveled, but she threw the ball away, and unfortunately, good defense by Taniguchi forces the ball out of bounds and back into the Saxons' hands. So 2 quick turnovers, 1 by each side. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Ball rotated around to Sakurai. Takes a three-pointer, won't go.
She loves that long-distance shot.
Yeah, she's got 30 of them already. Sakurai, 30 out of 84 coming into the ball game. Has 2 tonight, so she has 32 out of 86. Shintani gets it down low.
That's a foul.
Taniguchi. And the foul, I believe.
Should be on to Deleja. Number 4 reaching in.
Okay.
Now they're going to say she was going up for the shots. Okay, I was hoping that the foul was before she left the floor, but.
So first free throw is up and in by Taniguchi. That's her first point of the ball game. A 64% free throw shooter, makes it 14-6, misses the second one. Nelson gets the rebound, but it doesn't matter. Shintani wanted it and took it right away. Down to Sakurai, gets it outside to Taniguchi. Ball fake, now gets it back out. These are good ball handling teams here, especially this Saxon team. Sakurai has it. Gets it over, 3-point shot taken by Nakasu, won't go down. Rebound to Valparaiso, no. And a long pass to Moore. Moore somehow sticks a fork in it and gets it in. And now the 3-point shot taken by Kim won't go down. Moore has it. And now another jump ball. It'll be Saxon's ball as Charmaine Nelson is a force on the boards with almost 4 rebounds a game. But boy, she's really being harassed by Melissa Shintani. Out of the ball game is Jaya Kim, and back in is Tiara Ward.
It looks like Kashonda Moore may have cut her finger there, and that's why she's coming out for a moment.
As she's getting looked at by the trainer. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. 14-6, Saxon's lead. Ball is given to Sakurai, now over to Taniguchi. Drives in, tried to make the shot, and she was fouled going in. So let's see if they'll call that a shooting foul. And she will get 2 shots. Jalasia Stubbs with her second, and the 4th personal, or 4th team foul, check that. And Taniguchi will go to the line to shoot 2 more. 0 for 1, 14-6. Saxon's with the lead, and she gets the sweet kiss off the glass. 2 points for her, and it's 15-6. Second free throw is up and in.
Boy, if North is this quick of a team, it's scary to think about what Palos Verdes is like.
I tell you what, Mario, I don't know if I'm going to have enough steam for the boys' game. 16-6, a 10-point lead for the Saxons, and the Cardinals had better get it in, as that was a last-second get-in as the full-court pressure. Finally, Stubbs gets it from Nelson, and back they come. Moore has it, trying to get around Sakurai, who's Velcroed to her Cardinal red uniform. Now gets a little bit of a screen, but it's stolen away. 9th turnover, and we're in the first quarter. 1:45 left in the first quarter.
The Cardinal players have been able to get more than 3 feet away from their defender. They're consider themselves lucky. This is amazing one-on-one defense.
And another pair of turnovers. Ball underneath, thrown back out. It's a free ball. Here comes Moore, Kishonda Moore all the way. Look out below. She lays it up and in. Nice play on the turnover. That finally breaks the drought, 16-8. A big drought there of about 7 points. Shot from underneath. How did she do that? Caitlin Sakurai with a pretty basket, somehow getting it up and under. Now it's 18-8 with 1 minute left to go. And the ball is underneath, and a traveling call. Another turnover by the Cardinals.
That's one thing that Lawndale cannot afford. You just cannot turn the ball over that many times to a good team, and you're going to get yourself into real trouble here in a hurry.
Under a minute left to go in the first quarter, so it should be a 2 possession, but not the way that these teams are playing. Kishonda Moore, or Charmaine Nelson, I should say, going after the rebound. She does, as the ball will be out of bounds to the Cardinals with 48 seconds left to go. Full court pressure still being employed as Kim gets it over to Ward. Finally gets it back. Ward does, now underneath, as that was telegraphed, and another steal with 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter and a 10-point Saxon lead. Taniguchi with it. Taniguchi to Nakasu. Valparaiso with it. Now Shintani gets it over to Kikuchi. Taniguchi over to Valparaiso. Valparaiso loses it, puts up a wild shot with 9 seconds left. Rebound is fought for and taken by the Cardinals. Thrown back in, and that's... Yep, let's see. 3 seconds are shown left, and I guess that was a 5-second rule. Don't know what that was.
I don't know. It looked like the ball should have gone to the Saxons, but whoop, they almost stepped on the baseline again.
2 seconds left. Somebody's got to fire off a shot, but it's not going to happen. And the first quarter comes to an end. 18-8 is our score. And the Saxons are leading the Cardinals on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television, Channel 22. Leading score for the Saxons is pretty balanced, Mark. Unofficially 4 points. Heather Robbins, actually 8 points leading the way. Caitlin Sakurai, who's really impressed everybody in the building. 3 points for Kristen Taniguchi. 3 points for Bree Taba. And that equals 18. For the Cardinals, 2 points for Jaisla Stubbs. And Brittany Bright has 2. 4 for Kishonda Moore. And that equals 8. This broadcast has been made possible by a cooperative agreement between the City of Lawndale Community Cable Television Channel 22 and the City of Hawthorne Community Cable Television Channel 22. You know, Mark, you can watch this game and all of the other games this season at 10 a.m. and again at 7 p.m. every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know you wanted to know.
So we'll get it right on the 4th try, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
Get 4 chances.
There we go, okay. And we really are good on videotape, aren't we?
Jeez, I tell you, if they watch that, we may be out of a job next time. But boy, the Cardinals are flying high here as Jaisla Stubbs, Jalasia Stubbs gets the first point of the second quarter. It's now 18-10. Sakurai gets it over to Elliott. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound is off to Sakurai, the littlest kid underneath. And Nelson gets the ball back.
2 or 3 good baskets here, and Lawndale could get back into it.
Absolutely. Moore has it, tries to spin around, puts it over Elliott. Saw that big white shirt in her face and made her stop and take the shot too soon. Noticing something right now, you got the two, actually Brittany Kronberger out there. And she's learning this game very well, just her first season of basketball ever. Now Moore gets it off the rebound from Sakurai. Here comes the fast break. Stubbs puts it up, won't go down. Rebound is off. Here comes Mayamura. Mayamura with it, trying to get around the Cardinal defender. Cozy couldn't do it. Cozy's back in the ball game. Good news for Lawndale. Here comes Moore, or Stubbs puts it up, gets her own rebound, throws up a prayer, not answered. Elliott gets the rebound as we have a timeout called.
Well, this is the difference between speed and pressing, and it looks like Lawndale's almost trying too hard here, and it's kind of showing.
As the timeout was called, a full timeout by the Saxons. So 18-10, and it was good to see the Cardinals come out running. So whatever Greg Matthews said, got them scared and got them running the other way.
Picking up the tempo will help as long as they're not pressing. A couple of those layups, it was almost running to the boards too quick. But again, you know, learning by battle experience here, so to speak.
Absolutely, and this is truly a battle coming into the Saxons cave. The reason I'm calling it a cave, it's one of the darkest places I think I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
You could almost develop a roll of film in here.
Practically.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, I just showed my age there. Film, what's that? Film is stuff that gets on the furniture after a few weeks. Actually, it looks like what's on this court here. A nice steal by Moore. Here comes Kishonda Moore, puts it up and in. Actually, check that. That was Jaya Kim. Apologize to her, Jaya Kim. Now it's 18-12. And a nice little 4-0 run put together by the Cardinals. Elliott has it. Wide open shot. And a foul underneath as Bree Taba was standing out there all day. She had time to make a dress and a pair of pants, and maybe she, don't know what happened, but maybe she did a little hippity hop. but the Cardinals have the ball.
I thought they called the foul on Sakurai.
As now the ball is down low and out of bounds. It'll be North ball.
Boy, that would have been a good bucket for the Cardinal if they'd been able to convert it.
Now that foul must have been on Amanda Elliott. Underneath is Brittany Kronberger going for the rebound, but it's taken by Moore. Kishonda Moore has it over to Stumps, puts it up. Won't go down, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. She was nailed underneath by one of two Saxon players.
I think you're right. It was Elliott on that foul we were discussing because the referee gave the hand signal so fast I couldn't tell it was 3 or 4 numbers.
It's so dark in here we couldn't see it.
Yeah, really.
So great camera work by Tom Strickfaden and the crew. First free throw by Jalasia. Misses with 4 points. She is just a 33% free throw shooter. Tiara Ward comes in for Jaya Kim. And I was telling Rufus Washington on Wednesday night, Mark, that Kobe Bryant scored 81 points as the second free throw misses, as Amanda Elliott gets it for the Saxons. He was 18 of 20 from the free throw line. So, again, I just keep saying free throws will win you ball games.
That's like putting in golf. You got to drop those when you have the chance.
That's right. Free throw for Doe. Elliott has it in traffic to Sakurai. Wide open is Brittany for the. Actually, it's Heather Robbins, but that won't go down. She was so open she didn't know what to do with it. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball with 5:43 left to go. 18-12 is the score, as the inbound pass is stolen away. Ball underneath. Robbins puts it up and in. 6
Beautiful
points for
pass.
Heather. Sure was. That snaps the little 4-0 run by the Cardinals. Full court pressure is broken. Stubbs has it. Stubbs trying to get around Elliott. That should be easy. She goes up. And a big foul by Alicia Miyamura. That's her second personal. As Charmaine Nelson comes into the ball game, Brittany Kronberger out of the ball game. Not a shooting foul, as the ball is inbounded to Moore. Moore gets it to Stubbs. The quickest of the quick on this team. Moore puts the ball up, was fouled. Let's see who was it. Was it Sakurai getting her hand in? 22. Heather Robbins with her first personal, 4th team foul. So at least the Cardinals are forcing the issue, Mark, and getting to the free throw line and getting fouls and getting closer to that bonus time.
I'm very impressed with the effort for basically an all-freshman squad. They're not backing down at all. Got Tracy Ono coming into the game for North. And also Jaya Kim now for Lawndale.
Kishonda Moore, 38% from the free throw line, makes her second one now with 5 points, and it's 20-13. So the Cardinals are still flying against the Saxons, swinging their axe at the Cardinals, trying to whack the feathers off. Good defense.
Beautiful.
By Ward. Sakurai with it. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Sakurai turns the ball over, but a foul is going to be called on number 32, Jaya Kim. Boy, that is a tough assignment right there for a freshman against the junior Sakurai.
It's got to be a nice situation if you're Don Hendricks. You've got a great outside three-point shooter, and then you got the big tree inside for the short game, so to speak. So
absolutely, she puts up a nice screen too. As Robbins has it, now gets it over to Miyamura inside the three-point line. The shot won't go. Rebound is taken by the Cardinals as Moore needs some help. Or Kim needs some help. Gets it now over to Nelson. Throws the ball away. Actually, that was Cozy trying to find Nelson underneath. That throws the ball away. Turns it over again unofficially. That's 13. Now we have wholesale changes for North.
If at halftime Greg Matthews could get Lawndale to back off the turnovers, they can still save the day here, but that's the thing that's killing them at the moment.
20-13, a 7-point North lead with 4:30 left in the first half. Shintani with it to Valparaiso. This is the big unit out there now, as Alicia Mayamura goes in and is fouled. Kashonda Moore, I believe. Is it Kashonda Moore?
No, actually called it on Jaya Kim.
Okay. That's her third personal then.
Uh-oh, that's not going to help.
6th team foul. So the Cardinals are out of fouls. Mayamura misses her first one. She's a 54% free throw shooter. And coming out of the ball game is Kashonda Moore. Rebound is tipped and taken away by Mayamura, who missed both free throws. Sakurai from downtown from the Del Amo Mall and missed that one. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Cardinal ball. My goodness. I can't even make it to the trash can from here.
The funny, I mean, and this is a 5'2" tall lady. I mean, she's not exactly a long drink of water. She's shooting this from her right knee.
She's got a lot of powder in those shoulders. As now Cozy has it, puts it up and in. So big 2-point shot by Cozy. That's her first points of the ball game, so maybe she can get on track here. As now Ono has it. Looked like she went up a little bit too high on that pivot foot. Shintani with the off-balance shot. 22-15.
You're seeing a liberal interpretation of the traveling rule here.
A couple of times. Cozy with the shot. Air ball taken by Sakurai. Nice pass. Here comes Nakasu. She puts it up. Won't go down. Rebound is taken by Stubbs and a collision underneath the basket. And it'll go to the Cardinals with 3:26 left in the second.
Now, Caitlin Sakurai is absolutely fearless, and I've watched her come down the floor on their offensive possession the last couple times, and she's just scanning the floor. She's got great vision, and she's looking for the passing lanes all the time.
Just some numbers on her: 11.3 points a game, and 70% from the free throw line. 33-point shots coming into the ball game. She has 2 tonight, 3 assists and 4 steals. Fearless.
And then she's a 77% free throw shooter as well.
Sheesh. Even though she's 5'2", I'm sure that she'll be playing on Thursdays and Saturdays somewhere. 3:20 left to go in the half. 22-15 as we got some trouble getting the ball into the offensive zone, but there's no 10-second line in girls basketball as Jalasia Stubbs brings it across the line. Now Cozy has it. Jacelyn Cozy, as a blocking foul is called on number 23, Jenna Nakasu. Her first personal, 15 foul. So the ball, actually, okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, it was not a foul, apparently. They're just saying, oh, offensive foul. That's okay.
On Tiara Ward.
Apparently.
Okay, her first personal, 7th team foul, so no turnover though. As I could have sworn that was going the other way. And now we have a turnover again. And here come the Cardinals. Stubbs with it. Stubbs brings it across the line. 2:50 left to go in the half. Down by 7 points. Ball down low.
Considering the number of turnovers, that's really not that bad.
No, it isn't. And boy, if they're just starting to make some of those shots.
Yeah, it's not going in for the Cardinal either.
Ball is stripped. Nakasu had the ball stripped, so some good defense shown by the Cardinals, and they're not giving up. They know they're in this game.
That should have been traveling against the Saxons on that one as well.
Ward comes out. Back in is Brittany Bright. Sakurai with a long 3. She buries it from the baseline. Caitlin Sakurai now with 11 points. That's her first bucket of the third quarter. That makes it 25-15. So that really hurts. Stubbs with it. Stubbs puts the ball up, and that won't find the bottom. Nelson with it. And again, she is tied up, but that'll be Cardinal ball. Charmaine Nelson, the 5'10 freshman, averaging 4.4 points a game.
They're right on the knife blade now. They got a chance to keep this closer.
Cozy with it. Puts it up, and oh man, how did she miss that one? Nelson with it. Gets it back out to Stubbs. Stubbs turns around, shoots a little long. Rebound, look out below as Cozy takes it. She doesn't get it in, but it'll go up. And as Brittany Bright was fouled, she didn't get the shot to go in, but she will go to the line as the foul is committed by Caitlin Sakurai.
4 shots at the hoop there, and nothing's dropping for the Cardinal. That's not going to work in a game like this.
So 5th team foul now on the Saxons. First on Sakurai. Brittany Bright goes to the line, just a 39% free throw shooter, and she just showed you why. So important to get those free throws.
Well, at the moment, they're only 1 of 5 as a team, so it's not going well at the free throw line at all.
Well, that one got a lucky bounce by Brittany Bright. 3 points now. Makes it 25-16. So that would have made it a 5-point ball game if they would have been perfect on their free throws. So Shintani has it, gets it out front to Taniguchi. Taniguchi has her pass stopped and stolen away by the Cardinals, and now it's knocked out of bounds with 1:40 left to go in the second quarter, and it'll be Cardinal ball. Jaya Kim has it. Kim trying to direct traffic. Says, give me a screen and I'll give it back to you. Stubbs gets it, loses the ball. Who's got it? It's going to be a jump ball. Should be Saxon's ball, as Brittany Bright is a little frustrated on that one.
It will go to North.
But again, a little bit of impatience maybe, or inexperience underneath the basket. Cardinals had an opportunity to get 2 points there. Blowing by is Kikuchi. She takes the shot and is foul going up. Didn't make it, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. I believe they said Jaya Kim. If that's Jaya Kim, by my count, that's her 4th foul. And it is 8th team foul, as that free throw planks off the iron by Kikuchi, a 41% free throw shooter. As Jaya Kim is just going to have to come out of the ball game, and she does. Nicole makes her second one. That's her first point, 26-16. As here comes Cozy. Cozy to Nelson, lay it up and in. Nice pass and finish.
Well, that double-digit lead is a big psychological thing at this level of basketball, and if they can, that is, Lawndale can keep it under 10 going into halftime, that's got to do some things for their confidence.
Ball is stolen away by Brittany Bright. Full court pressure, but it's broken by Moore. Moore wanted to go coast to coast, has the ball knocked away, but she's picked up by Charmaine Nelson. Nelson, bad pass, stolen away by the Saxons. Back they come as Kikuchi has it. Kikuchi with 40 seconds left to go in the first half and a 9-point lead. Taniguchi has it, wants to go up and under, does. Her shot won't go down, but she forces the foul on Jaslyn Cozy.
How many is that on her now? Is that 3?
I only have her as 1.
Oh, good, all right.
So that's good news, but 9 team fouls as Taniguchi makes the first free throw. She is now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, makes it 27-18. Next free throw misses as Moore has it, or Cozy has it, I should say. Cozy not getting any help. She brings it across the line and is blocked by Nakasu. Jenna Nakasu with her first personal, and that's the 6th team foul. 21 seconds left. Ball down low to Nelson. Takes the wild shot off the side of the backboard. Rebound is taken, just ripped away by Nelson. Over to Cozy from the free throw line. Won't go down, but we have some jousting underneath by the Saxons and the Cardinals, and it's going the other way. And
I think
again,
the foul was on Delasia Stubbs. She was down underneath.
That's her 3rd personal.
That's not going to help either.
So double bonus time should mean free throws.
Well, it seems to all be starting to fall into place the way that North High School had hoped for. They've got the advantage, and now they've got Lawndale in some foul trouble. That's not going to help either.
That's true. Jaya Kim with 4 fouls is on the bench, and the first free throw by Taniguchi is in.
Not that it's necessarily been possible, Lou, but three-point shooting for Lawndale is virtually non-existent, and that might be something they may have to fall back on in the second half.
29-18 is the score as Moore is pickpocketed from behind. Here comes Kikuchi with it, throws up the shot, won't go down. Taniguchi had it, and she couldn't put it up, and the half ends with the home team, North Saxons, leading the visiting Lawndale Cardinals 29-18. So 10 points scored by Lawndale in that quarter, and 9 points scored by the Saxons, who pretty much follow their modus operandi during the season. They only score about 10 points in the second quarter, but again, it was turnovers and impatience, I should say, by the Cardinals that really cost them to be close, even, or ahead of the Saxons right now.
And then when they had an opportunity to score, because they are fighting hard under the boards, especially offensively, the ball's just not going in for them. So, you know, you can be proud so far if you're a Lawndale fan that the young ladies are battling it out, but there's a couple things they're going to have a talking to about in the locker room at halftime.
All right, let's go over the scoring if we can for the North High Saxons on Channel 22 Sports. Glad that you joined us. As in the scoring, Nicole Kikuchi with 1 point, Kristen Taniguchi with 7, 11 points for Caitlin Sakurai, the little spark plug for this team, 3 points for Bree Taba, 6 for Heather Robbins, and no points the rest of the way except for Melissa Shintani has 2 points for a total of 29 for the Saxons. For the Cardinals, 4 points for Jalasia Stubbs, 3 points for Brittany Bright, 5 for Kishonda Moore, and 4 for Jaislyn Cozy. 2 points for Jaya Kim with 4 personal fouls, also 3 personal fouls for Jalasia Stubbs, so foul trouble there for the young Cardinal team. And that's it for the scoring, for a total of 18 for the Cardinals. Now, turnovers, a big discrepancy there. Unofficially, Mark, have the Cardinals at 14 turnovers, and for the Saxons, 7 turnovers. So that's just what you and I were just talking about. They just have to calm down out there and make sure the passes work. But, boy, it's so tough with that full court pressure.
They did run with them toe-to-toe, and I started to ask you just before the end of the half there, because you have some of the numbers in front of you that I don't have. 3-point shooting for Lawndale is all but non-existent.
Did not take one.
Did not take one at all, and that's something that in the second half, especially if they have to do the catch-up game, they may very well have to rely on that. So far, that could be a card in the deck they're holding back, but you can't hold back too much longer because you're 11 down at halftime against a team that's in second place in the Pioneer League.
That's right. Well, you talk about three-point shooting. Jaya Kim is the leading three-point shooter. She has 70 attempts, has made only 20 of them, but Jaya, I believe, has 4 fouls. So, well, they just got to get in there and get her done against a good team. It's the freshmen against the juniors and seniors, and it's a tough one, but it's an entertaining one here on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television Channel 22. And if you enjoy these broadcasts and would like to see them continue, feel free to let your elected official know. You can do it several different ways. You can always send a letter, use a phone call, or call them, or you can contact them by email, or do what Mark does. He uses a pigeon. And you can contact the Lawndale City Council at City Hall, 14717 Buren Avenue in Lawndale, and that's 90260, or by calling 310-973-3200, or by emailing at the city's official website at www.lawndalecity.org, or just throw your pigeon up in the air.
There you go. That works for me.
All right. We're going to be right back with the third quarter, and stick right where you are. The Saxons and the Cardinals on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television Channel 22. Third quarter is about to get underway on Channel 22 Sports presentation of the high school basketball game of the week. We are in Torrance at North High School. Glad you joined us as the Cardinals trying to fly back into this one, down by 11, 29-18. As the Cardinals have the ball, three-point shot taken and buried by Jay Akim in the ball game. Then you said it, Mark, they need to throw up some threes, and right away, there you have one. 21 points for the Cardinals, 29-21. The first points of the ball game. Actually, that's the fifth point for Kim, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Saxon ball with 7:36 left to go. As there you see Jalasia Stubbs with 4 points, but also 3 fouls.
Well, it's not just the idea of using the points to get back in the game, but because the man-to-man coverage is so good by the Saxons, you may have to go to the three because you don't have time to run a set offense.
Sakurai answers with a three. That's 14 points for her. That makes it 31-21, 32-21. Ball is taken by the Cardinals. Shot taken by Cozy. Won't go down. Cozy gets the rebound and brings it back out. Second chance opportunities is going to get the Cardinals back in. There's a big three-point shot by Moore. That's off the mark. Sakurai has it. She's all over the place. Pass behind the back, but still taken, as is put up and in by an athletic move by Alicia Mayamura. And that's her first bucket of the ball game to make it 34-21 as the ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll be North ball, 6:46 left in the third. Check that Cardinal ball.
And I was checking with the official scorebook, and they do agree with you. Jaya Kim has 4 personal fouls, so.
That's when you didn't tell them that
No.
Okay, because usually they don't.
Yeah, I didn't tell them who I was.
That's right, okay, good. As long as you're incognito, we'll be okay. Stubbs gets the ball, tries to go down the lane, puts it up. Nice force, as Amanda Elliott might have gotten nailed with the foul. She is. That's her second personal, first team foul. And earning her way to the line is Jalasia Stubbs. Even though she has 3 fouls, that was a good move to get inside. She could have been nailed with a charge. First one rolls in and out, just a 33% free throw shooter, 0 for 2 tonight.
She has that look on her face like, just put the whole team on my back and I'm going to carry them as long as she doesn't get any more foul problems.
Next free throw is off the back of the iron. Elliott gets the rebound for the Saxons. In the ball game is Demir Pierre. Sakurai is at it again, throws it down, almost hit the rafters upstairs. 17 points for Sakurai. 37-21. Moore gets it to Cozy inside the three-point line. Nice shot by Cozy. Jaislyn Cozy now with 6 points and makes it 37-23. Elliott with it on the baseline, gets it out. Now throws the pass, and Elliott wasn't home. The pass was intended for Taba, and it goes out of bounds. 6:01 left to go as Charmaine Nelson comes in the ball game for Brittany Kronberger, who's basically a volleyball player and on the basketball team for the first time. And the inbound pass bounces off of Tiara Ward, and it's awarded to the Saxons. So another turnover for the Cardinals, number 15. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. This is a doubleheader on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television. Channel 22 will have the boys varsity right after this one. Sakurai has it deep in the corner, comes out, throws the ball down low. Ball is blocked out of bounds nicely by Tiara Ward. 14 seconds left on the shot clock for the Saxons, who are leading 37-29. A big three-point exhibition put on, and another three thrown up there and won't go down. Rebound is off to Ward, who's double teamed, needs some help, gets it, and now Cassandra Moore has it. Moore has it.
Jaya Kim's back in despite her 4 fouls.
No, they need her in there for as long as she can. The ball's being volleyballed around, and Elliott comes up with it with 5:18 left to go in the third. And the Cardinals down 37-23. Sakurai has it, bounces it off of a Cardinal beak, and now here they come. Here come the Cardinals, and Kim with it. Gets a baby screen from Cozy. Jaya Kim with 5 points, had a big three-pointer going up against Mayamura. Now gets it to Cozy, trying to lose her person and doesn't get it, but Nelson comes up with the rebound, pushed out of bounds, and trying to get it back, but it goes to Mayamura.
It's just not going in for Lawndale, and along with problems from the floor, when they do have a chance to go to the free throw line, they're only shooting 2 of 8 for the game from there.
The ball brought back in as Cozy puts it up, won't go down. Sakurai is in the right place at the right time again, and back she comes. Ball is underneath, laid up and in by Mayamura with 4 points all here in the fourth quarter.
So there's a rebound and assist along with the three-point shooting. I think you're right. She's going to go to college for free.
Oh, boy, I tell you. Her mom and dad have to be grinning ear to ear. Cheshire Cat grin. Timeout on the floor taken by the Cardinals with 4:24 left to go in the third quarter. And it's been was a 9-0 run posted by the Saxons. And now it's 39-23. As the Cardinals got off quick enough with a nice play. Actually, they score almost 15 points in the third quarter.
Well, I was going to ask you, I'm kind of jumping on the boat in the middle of the cruise here, but have you seen, so far in the season, have you seen Palos Verdes? Because if the Saxons are this good, Palos Verdes has got to be downright scary.
17-5, 5-0. And one thing I did notice, Mark, last night, just kind of skimming over things, they've scored 1,214 points and only given up 963. So that is just an amazing amount of points, and they will allow you to score points, that's for sure.
Well, if you're a North fan, you can kind of circle your calendar February the 3rd, because that's when there's going to be their rematch with Palos Verdes. North only lost the first game by 5 points, so.
Well, they're also, Coach Don Hendricks was telling me they're looking forward to that game, but he said the Cardinals are first on the list. Moore has it. Or Kim has it, I should say. Kim yo-yoing up and down. 4:14 left to go in the third quarter. 39-23 is the score. Pass is errant, but it's picked up by Cozy. Cozy against Elliott. Cozy down along the baseline, gets trapped. Now Nelson has it on the mismatch. Turnaround jump shot is good. Charmaine Nelson with her first points of the game. 39-25 is the score with 3:50 left in the third quarter. Amanda Elliott has it way out front. She's not going to take a shot, but taking a shot and just missing it is Taba. And the outlet pass is stolen by Sakurai for 2, bounces. And I tell you what, when you're a great player, those shots go in. Caitlin Sakurai is a great player, and I don't use that word too often. 41-25, ball is stolen, another turnover. Saxons, ooh, big block by Tiara Ward. Let's hope that everybody's all right. Lots of padding on that wall, not a whole lot of room. But I believe down there is Alicia Mayamura down on the floor. She really racked up the padding very hard. It's only about 5 feet between the end line and the wall.
We can all remember from our days in high school, whoever the one was that invented that padding on the wall should be hunted down and imprisoned, because that stuff is basically an afterthought.
That's right.
It's
well,
nice decoration, but it really doesn't
do a whole
lot of good.
And then on this side, well, actually on both sides, you have doors.
Yes.
And that's it. A lot of aluminum, a lot of steel. As you see the injured player down there, now we have it on the replay. It's Mayamura.
First she got an elbow in the face, and then her head went into the side of the building. That's going to hurt tomorrow.
It's a good thing it's Saturday. A good thing finals are over.
Actually, she's lucky she didn't get knocked out cold on that, because she went forehead right into the padded wall there. And this is that point where the trainer comes up and says, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And they say Tuesday.
It's just right, yeah. We're in We're in Las Vegas. As you can see the Tweety birds flying around the head of Alicia Mayamura as she gets up, and getting dropped on your head doesn't affect you until you're in your 40s, and so that's why it's affecting me now. It didn't affect me back then. But after 5 concussions, everything starts to fall off.
She's going to sit down now and try to remember the license plate of that bus, and then we'll go back to the free throw line.
So Tiara Ward, the foul should have been called on her, as the foul was called on Charmaine Nelson. Second personal, first team foul. As in for Mayamura is Taniguchi, and she misses the free throw. She's one of the better free throw shooters tonight. Doesn't miss that time. That's her 8th point, and that makes it 42-25, and we have a whistle underneath the basket. So the ball must have gone out of bounds on that side, because that's where it's inbounded. And the ball is taken by Nakasu. Nakasu with it, tries to get it to Taniguchi, but it is turned over, actually not turned over. Good defense by Tiara Ward, the 5'9" junior. Actually, she's one of the elder statesmen on this team.
Now, right now with Lawndale, are they 1 of 2 or 1 of 3 from three-point range? Because if they're going to rely on that, they're going to have to get to it in a hurry. They're going to run out of time here.
Jaya Kim has the lone three-pointer, and I don't know how many attempts they've taken tonight. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Down low is the ball. 4 seconds left. They better get the shot off in a hurry. They do. Shot won't go down, but Sakurai gets the rebound from Nakasu's shot. Taniguchi has it. Now Nakasu has it. Rebound is being tapped around and kicked by Stubbs. It'll go out of bounds to the Saxons. As a good hustle on both sides, but boy, the Saxons really go after the ball. They're a bunch of ball hounds.
They have not backed off from the opening tip of the game, and they have just been relentless. I've done a few years of girls basketball and women's basketball at the collegiate level, and this is one of the quicker teams I've ever seen. They have not run out of gas at all here.
Sakurai with it, puts it up and in. And for Caitlin, that's 21 points, and it's 44-25.
And that might have been the refrigerator door that just shut there a second ago.
Stubbs with it, lays it up and in. Nice play by Jalacia Stubbs with only 6 points tonight. 44-27, Sakurai with the ball. Wanted to take the three, but got it down low, sharing the sugar to Heather Robbins, who has 8 points.
Jalacia seems the most frustrated because she's been in there battling underneath throughout the game, and it's just the ball that is just not dropping for the Cardinal.
No, it hasn't been. As now the ball is taken by Cozy. Cozy trying to go in along the wing, is met by the defense there. Takes a shot, nice shot. And ending up on her wall, it is Nakasu. Cozy now with 8 points. 46-29, with a minute 20 left to go in the third quarter. Nakasu with it. Takes a three-point shot off the line. The rebound is knocked away by Brittany Bright to North High School. So the Cardinals are still in there, but you can see the frustration being etched on their faces, Mark.
It's unfortunate. Of course, in the first half, they had the turnover problem, but they had a whole bunch of shots, and it was just like somebody put, a lid on top of the basket. It just was not going to drop for them. So
Taniguchi with a three-pointer, but again, another second chance for the Saxons with 1 minute left to go in the third quarter.
This is the sign of a great team. They're 17 points up, and they're still going 100 miles an hour.
That's the only gear they know. Fifth shot taken. Cozy comes up with the rebound, and Nelson comes up with it, acting like a point guard. Gets it to Stubbs. Stubbs, turnaround jump shot, won't go down. As the Saxons get the rebound, here comes Taniguchi.
That last shot's a still photo of the whole night for Lawndale.
Just to kind of cover your eyes, and oh my goodness, another three is buried by Bree Taba, and that gives her 6 points, her first three-pointer of the night, 49-29. Cozy with it for three of her own, buries it. Nice turnaround and just bury the three. 11 points for Jacelyn. 49-32. Shot from the free throw line is buried by Taba. She can't miss now as the quarter comes to an end. There you see Bree Taba, who got 5 points within about 30 seconds for the Saxons, who lead the Cardinals 51-32 on Channel 22.
Boy, it's going to be a fun chance to watch North High School go down to the wire, probably with Palos Verdes. And I'd buy a ticket to see their rematch. That would be a goodie.
It sure would be. So you see some of the Lawndale Spirit squad. Good to see them making the game. 51-32 is the score. And if you would do me the honors, could you read that right there?
Channel 22 Sports would like to thank sponsors Holiday Inn Express and Suites South Bay, the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, and Ralph's Food for Less for their generous support in making these games possible.
Thank you very much. You know, we have a place to sleep, we have a place to get a job, and we have a place to get our food.
There you go.
We got the bases covered.
And the guy on your screen right now is our, if we need a basketball coach, Greg Matthews is there teaching, see. So.
That's right. A lot of patience he has, and he wants to try to preach that to his pupils.
You know, it's a sad night in the fact, if you're a Lawndale fan, that it's not going well score-wise, but he's got to feel good about this team in terms of what it will be in the next year to 18 months.
That's
when
true.
These ladies are juniors, you know, Katie barred the door.
Absolutely. There's going to be payback for everyone in the Pioneer League. And the boys are suffering the same fates, and we'll see them coming up next. 51-32 as they're playing their spread offense and a long three-point shot, and that doesn't go down for the Saxons as Stubbs brings it across the line to Cozy. Cozy has it. She's just going to fire the shot, and a big pileup underneath. That looks like the 405 and the 110 at rush hour.
Baseline violation. Go to Lawndale. Well, when they had the starting lineup tonight, Lou, of the 5 players that took the floor, remember, these are freshmen playing varsity ball. The shortest lady on the floor for high school basketball as a freshman was 5'7". In the high school level, that's not bad, and they're all growing.
Yeah, that's terrific, at least for this team. 49-34, and then Amanda Elliott makes it 51-34 for Elliott. That's her first bucket of the ball game, believe it or not. As ball goes down underneath, it went off of the knee of Stubbs, so she turns it over to the Saxons. In the ball game for the first time, Erica Matsushima has it, puts it underneath, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. Lanny Absalad in the ball game. So you see Jaya Kim with 5 points and 4 fouls. Ball is inbounded and knocked out of bounds by Absalad. So it will be Cardinal ball, 53-34, 6:45 left to go in the ball game. Kim tries to put it up, but can't get it to go down as she is fouled, and she'll try to get 2 at the line.
And what set that play in motion was Jalasia Stubbs at the other end, still battling away throughout the game for Lawndale. She's a warrior for the Cardinal.
She certainly is. Kim, a 5'8" freshman, makes the first free throw. Jaya, from the free throw line, is a 67% free throw shooter, one of the better free throw shooters on the team. That's her 6th point. And make that 7.
You wonder what the game would look like if she hadn't gotten herself into foul trouble.
Elliott has it, baseline jumper, won't go down. Rebound is tapped and taken away by the Cardinals. Kim with it. Kim bringing it down court, wants to take it all the way, puts a prayer off the glass. It was too high, and we're going to go the other way.
Hit the baseline before anybody could get a handle on it. And it'll be Saxon's ball again.
A little bit too far over the falls, as the coaches say. And Matsushita skips the ball over. Sakurai's night must be done. She's not even out there. The starters aren't even out there except for Amanda Elliott, as it's now 55-36. Taking the ball is Kim. Her shot won't go down as we have the tie-up. Jump ball, possession arrow points towards Lawndale. 6:04 left. Ball is inbounded. DeCozy has it ripped right out of her hands
steal
by Kikuchi. You talk about good futures. This is the future of the Saxons right here, Mark. Ball down low to Elliott. Go ahead.
This one thing I was going to say is that although the score's kind of out of control here, the thing that's nice if you're a Saxon fan and for Coach Don Hendricks is in a game like this, your 6th league game of the year, you're getting your second and third line players a chance to really get some game experience. So as the season winds down, this speaks well for playoff time, where you'll have virtually your whole bench with a fair amount of playing experience.
Absolutely. Jalacia Stubbs goes to the line, makes her first free throw of the night, 7 points, 55-37. And coming out of the ball game is Bree Taba. Back in is Kristen Taniguchi, so she didn't get conked in the coconut too hard. As the next free throw, and that goes out. So only 1 out of 6 for Stubbs tonight from the free throw line. Kikuchi gets it over to Matsushita for 3, and that one's chased out of bounds, but saved and finally out of bounds. Yeah, this second team, they're not giving up either. They want to show Coach that they belong on the varsity team.
And it may be part of Greg Matthews' philosophy, but in spite of the fact he's dealing with largely a freshman squad, they've played man-to-man the whole game. They've never even reverted back to the zone or anything like that, which is sometimes a safety net you'll fall back on if something's getting away from you. But first string or second string he's facing against the Saxons, his freshman ladies are going one-on-one the whole night.
And they got teeth, too. Ball is turned over, though, on the bad pass. Taniguchi throws the ball away, trying to get it to Kikuchi. And that will be Cardinal ball. Coming into the ball game, Demir Pierre, 5'3", freshman. Now, she's listed at 5'3", and she might be a hair taller than Caitlin Sakurai. Coming out of the ball game is Brittany Bright. Stubbs gets the inbound pass with 5:20 left to go in the ball game. Dribbles the ball off of Kikuchi. Now gets it over to Taniguchi. Lays it up, and nope, it's whacked out of bounds by Kishonda Moore. And she'll get nailed with a foul, I'm sure, as well. Or will she? Doesn't look like it.
I was going to say, that looked like all ball.
Thought she might have got a little bit of a Taniguchi's noggin on that, as Elliott, right underneath, cherry picking, throws the ball up and in. 4 points for Amanda, and that makes it 57-37. Stubbs with it, goes around Elliott. Nice move with the left hand. Couldn't finish, though. Another air ball. As the referees are just letting these ladies play it out with 4:55 left to go. Matsushita gets it over to Taniguchi. Bounces inside. Nice play.
This is one night where you would not have needed a shot clock to motivate action on the floor.
That's true. A timeout taken by Greg Matthews, as he just wants to slow things down. So Cardinals take the timeout with 4:44 left to go in the ball game. 59-37 is the score.
Reminder, you can watch this broadcast in the city of Hawthorne by tuning to Channel 22, where the program guide plays continuously unless there is a show airing.
Okay. I want to thank everybody over at Lawndale and Hawthorne, the cities.
While we have it a moment, do we have with us a schedule of some of the upcoming games?
We certainly do, as we kind of shoehorn these games in here because we need to give Lawndale a little love. Haven't done that. And our next game is going to be the 1st of February, and that will be South Torrance at Lusinger. Lusinger with Russell Westbrook and company. That's always a fun one. And then we will see West at Lusinger, and that'll be a big, big battle in the league there. As time is back in. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this one. 59-37. The ball is taken away by the Saxons. Kikuchi with it. Kikuchi now on the wing. A big three-point shot by number 33 in Matsushita. And we have a foul underneath.
They're going to say she blocked her progress there, so.
So it'll be out of bounds. New 30-second clock with 4:20 left to go in the ball game. 59-37, Cardinals trailing. Ball skipped down under. Nice take on by Ward, but her shot misses. Then the rebound by Stubbs misses. So 2 opportunities are missed by the Cardinals. They'll get those later on, that's for sure.
And speaking of later on, this is only part 1 of the doubleheader.
That's true. Now we have a timeout taken. Or no, it's just a tie-up. And it's taken by the Cardinals, who get the ball on the turnover. Ward to Cozy. Cozy dribbles it back out. Trying to get open from Taniguchi, couldn't do it. But Moore takes the shot, that won't go down. Rebound is off to Kikuchi with 3:35 left. There's a cherry picker down underneath, that's Taniguchi, as her shot won't go down. Possession arrow on the tie-up by Nelson and Shintani. And possession arrow shows it'll go to the Saxons. Inbound, Taniguchi gets it underneath to Kikuchi, to Shintani, and she is nailed by Tiara Ward with 3:27 left to go. So it'll be out of bounds to the Saxons, or they call it a shooting foul?
Yes, they do. They'll get 2.
It's only the 3rd team foul.
And Tracy Ono's getting ready to come back in for North after the shot.
Also, Brittany Bright will come in for the Cardinals as she replaces Charmaine Nelson. 60-37 as the first free throw is put in by Shintani, a 52%er. And she shows you why. 1 out of 2 there as the rebound is taken by Brittany Bright. Trying to look for help, but didn't do it, as looked like it was a turnover there. Yep. But no, Kikuchi scores it. That's her first bucket of the game.
That makes up for the missed free throw.
Moore, long three-pointer, just missed. Rebound is off to Stubbs. She puts it in as we have a push underneath. And it was on Tiara Ward. Should be her 4th and the 4th team foul. It's now Kikuchi. Puts on the brakes, gets away from Stubbs, over to Shintani. Shintani trying to get it down to underneath, but she is fouled by Jaya Kim, and that should be number 5.
And then she knows it too.
Well, she'll learn this as a freshman. They just stay out there until they kick you off. As coming in for Jaya Kim with 7 points, 1 3-pointer, is Kishonda Moore with 5 points. As going to the line to shoot 2, or is it just inbound? It's just inbound. It wasn't a shooting foul. 2:58 left to go, 62-37. Shot taken, and it was blocked. Tracy Ono's shot was blocked by one of 2 players. Either Kishonda Moore got a hand on it, or Tiara Ward loses control of it.
She walked.
And she knew it too.
Yep. Going down the floor, I'm not going to class. I must bounce the ball.
That's right. So coming in the ball game, Demir Pierre comes in for Tiara Ward. Right in front of us, Christine Taniguchi will bring the ball in for the Lady Saxons. Inbounds it to Ono. Ono gets it over to Kikuchi, and now we have a timeout called as Nicole Kikuchi fell down on her wallet. She's got a gimpy left ankle anyway. It's all taped up as Don Hendricks trying to take care of his players and get out of this one unscathed, leading 62-37 on their way to their 5th league win and their 14th win overall. You see the Saxons and their coach Don Hendricks has been an educator here on campus for 11 years at the head coaching seat for the girls team for 4 years.
The next up for them, they'll travel to Centennial. Meanwhile, the Cardinal, their next game will be, oh God, against Palos Verdes. At least it's at home.
As Kikuchi has it, ball back to Kikuchi, goes down the lane, scoop shot, count if it goes,
Nice
it does,
shot.
and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3. As the foul was on Kishonda Moore, that should be her second. Actually, that's her first. Free throw is up and in for Kikuchi with 6 points. As Cozy's three-pointer just misses everything. It's 65-37 with 2:25 left to go in this one.
It's just been that kind of night for Lawndale.
A lot of shots taken by the Cardinals, but not a lot of them went in.
And that's important to mention. Despite this great defense by North, Lawndale's got their shots. They just haven't fallen.
As Valparaiso has it, now gets it up back from Shintani, has the shot blocked by Bright. And now the ball is wheeled back around. They'll reset the offense with 3 seconds left as Ono takes the shot, badly missed, and it rolls out of bounds with 1:52 left.
Coming up next will be the boys' game. And you want to predict the future of what you expect in that one?
Not yet.
Okay. After it's over, you'll tell me.
After it's over, yeah. Okay. Well, I talked to Coach Acosta just a little while ago, and he portrayed a basketball coach to a T as Cozy's shot won't go down, but she'll get 2 chances at the free throw line after being fouled by Danielle Valparaiso. Charmaine has a chance to get near her average if she makes both of these free throws. At 41%, just has 2 points. Coach Acosta says we're not big enough, we're not strong enough, we're not fast enough to play in this league, and they're 0-5 in league, the boys are. 3 points now for Charmaine. And that snaps a huge run, a 10-0 run by the Saxons. 65-38, 65-39, 4 points for Charmaine, averages 4.4 a game. Kikuchi speeds around her defender. Jameer Pierre, as now Ono has it, gets it over to Taniguchi.
That's only the second time tonight Lawndale made both of their free throws, so that can tell you the kind of things they've been looking at.
Underneath the Shantani, as she just misses the layup, blows it, as now Stubbs brings it back. Stubbs stops, trying to look for some help, does to Cozy. Cozy stops at the free throw line, lets everybody pass. Shot just missed. Look out underneath, as getting run over is Tracy Ono. And there's bodies all over the place. No broken bones, no ambulance, no fouls. It would just be out of bounds.
Boy, if you just tuned in right now and didn't look at the scoreboard, you would have no idea, with a little over a minute to play, what has transpired up to this point.
Moore has it over to Bright. Bright runs into her person, Shintani, and it's a player control foul.
Both teams going at it like it's a 1 or a 2 point ball game. You got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, that's what you'd love to see from the Lady Cardinals. With 54 seconds left to go, they're down by a heap, 65-39. As Shintani has it way out front. Valparaiso now over to Taniguchi, who survived a big blow as Taniguchi gets whacked again out of bounds, and she finds the wall with her wallet as she was tripped up by Demir Pierre. That's her first foul, and the 6th team foul. So coming into the ball game for the first time is Darnisha Hilton, and she'll be in just a moment as Taniguchi misses the first free throw, and she'll come in. Also, Tiara Ward will come in. So that'll do it for Jacelyn Cozy and also Jalasia Stubbs. Second free throw is up and in. 11 points for Christian Taniguchi. 66-39, going on 30 seconds left. Here comes Moore down the lane, lays it up and in. Too bad there wasn't more of that. 7 points for Kishonda. 66-41. Kikuchi with it. Over to Taniguchi. Back to Kikuchi. Now they're going into something similar to a motion, 4 corners. 10 seconds left. Oh no. They're going to keep the ball away from the Cardinals, and that's going to do it. 2 seconds, 1. And the Saxons take this game 66-41 over the Lawndale Cardinals. And it's another game of experience. You can put this one in the books as a learning experience, and this is my favorite part of any game here in high school now, is where no matter how hard you've been fighting and biting and scratching and clawing, everybody shakes hands.
Well, it was a game, I guess this is good for those of us in our age group, of where we can say it was the age versus beauty tonight as far as the experienced team goes. But I would think that if you're a Lawndale fan, you got to be looking good for the future. Although this was kind of a lopsided score, the team of the moment is North, but you'll be hearing from Lawndale. You can be sure of that in the next season or two. They got some talent, and they got some fine coaching also from Greg Matthews, and it's only a matter of time before the fruits of that labor will begin to be seen. And speaking of Coach Matthews,
that's right. Joining us right here at courtside is head coach Greg Matthews of the Lawndale Lady Cardinals. And Coach, well, congratulations on a job well done by these girls. Even though the score was 66-41, the Lady Cardinals really showed a lot of effort out there tonight.
I give a lot of credit to North Torrance. They're a very seasoned ball club, very seasoned. We're very young, so I hope that's something we can learn from.
The thing we were talking about during the game, your starting five, the shortest player on the floor was 5'7", which is not a bad height for girls high school basketball, and all these ladies are growing. I wouldn't want to play your team 2 years from now when they're juniors.
That's the best thing about a freshman. They become sophomores.
Real
some
fast.
Experience.
Yes.
You know, these kids was just in middle school the other day. So they're growing, and we see progress. That's the most important thing right now.
You can see the talent already.
Right, exactly.
So you just get some more learning experience in there, and maybe some of those shots get them to fall, and get some more W's up there, huh?
Exactly. We just need to get to experience some more time in the gym and get to know each other a little bit better. And stay committed to some things. We get excited. Like today, the press really causes us a lot of problems. And the turnovers, turnovers, that'll make a game very tough for you.
He's one of the few coaches I've ever seen that could lose the game and he's smiling because he knows what's coming in a year or two.
That's what I love about Greg Matthews. Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. I appreciate it, and congratulate your Lady Cardinals for us here.
Thanks, sir.
All right, the final score. Final score of this one, 66-41 on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Cable Television, Channel 22. And let's see, our player of the ball game, I'll have to choose Jacelyn Cozy with 13 points as she is our player of the game. I would pick her as our Holiday Inn Express and Suites player of the ball game.
Absolutely.
And the final score of this one again, 66-41. Stick around. We'll have the boys varsity coming up with Rufus Washington and me. I'm Lou Stowers. Want to thank Mark Helmer again for joining us on short notice, and hope to have you back again.
Love to do it.
And we'll be back right after this with the boys varsity. Stay tuned on Lawndale Hawthorne Community Television, Channel 22. preceding presentation of this Channel 22 Sports Game of the Week was brought to you in part by a generous donation from the Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites, South Bay. The Holiday Inn Express is partnering with Channel 22 Sports to help promote our young people in sports competition and academics so that everyone in our community wins. The Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites. Stay smart. The preceding presentation of this Channel 22 Sports Game of the Week was brought to you in part by a generous donation from the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board is working together with Channel 22 Sports to promote an environment where everyone can maximize their career potential and so that all employers have the human resources they need to grow and prosper. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board. When you need us, we are there for you. The preceding presentation of the Channel 22 Sports Game of the Week is brought to you in part by a generous donation from Ralph's Food for Less, the nation's premier price impact supermarket chain. Food for Less is proud to be working with the community to enhance the lives of everyone by providing a diverse selection of products and customer service and by reaching out to support the communities in which we serve.